What's up guys, Edricker here, and today, let's talk cell phones. We're not talking about the newest, the trendiest, the hottest cell phones out there, no iPhones today. We're talking about first cell phones, our first cell phones. What was your first cell phone? Tell me in the comments. I'm 28, so my first cell phone I got when I was maybe 16, 15, and I believe it was the Nokia 8210. I think for people my age, that was a lot of people's first cell phones. Simple, no keyboard, it was just, digits, and you had to press multiple times to get your letter in if you were sending a text, which was still a pretty novel idea at the time. There might have been like an email function, but there was no web browser. I kind of wish I still had that cell phone because I'm interested to see what it would be like nowadays. Regardless, that was my first cell phone, and each cell phone since I have kept. And I'm excited to show you guys what my cell phone repertoire is, where I came from and where I'm at today. So this right here is the Sony Ericsson Z550A. And the time is completely wrong, but there we go. This was my first cell phone that I considered mine. It was when I first got my phone number, and my parents, my sister, we all got cell phones. So there were 4 of us, and this was the one that I picked out. I think we went to Walmart. Now, this was a phone that took me through my first relationship. This also was the phone that took me through my first job and actually into college. So I feel partial to this phone. Now back then, I guess I was under the impression that I should be marking permanently the body of my cell phone. So there I have written Ed. I've carved it out with a knife, I believe. And on the back I have my favorite song lyrics, at least at the time, Deftones. I trust everyone quicker with every faint smile. And I thought I was being groundbreaking here. I customized my phone. I am now officially a creative person. You see the screen is kind of messed up here, but it's okay. There I am sunburned. I believe I'm in a fitting room. I don't know what I'm doing. Yep. Oh, there I am, flaunting it. This is at the Rockingham Speedway. I guess I thought it looked pretty cool. This was after one of the drag races. Oh, there I am, buff again. Okay. Trying to get back there. Oh, there's a lot of that. There I am when I got my first mohawk. My friend Harrison jumping out of his shoes. Yeah. And there are a few others that, Okay. This was my first touchscreen cell phone. Pseudo touchscreen. I mean, they tried. Let's just say that. Oh yes, there was a Samsung Behold. That's right. And this was, I think, 2009, maybe mid-2009. And that was my catchphrase. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's voicemail. Let's see some of the names in here. Harrison, there he is. Kenny, Stefan. Stefan was my old roommate. I'm interested to see if there are any photos or videos that I did not take off this. So this had a USB connection, so I could get video and photos off of this. So actually, I do have some things that are accessible, not only on this phone, but on the computer. So that's nice. But everything from wearing a Rasta hat. Yeah, this was college, because that's where all the tapes were that I used when I was making my first short film, The Guardian, 2010. Yeah, we still shot on tape back then. And this music video, I wasted so much time in the bathrooms at the store I worked at. It put me in a better place. I was just there in the toilet, waiting for my shift to end so I can have fun with my friends. And I would listen to this and watch it. I wonder if I could turn it sideways. Yes, I can. Look. Wow. Wow. You press camera, you try and start the camera, and instant freezing. But for the time, it was my best phone because that right there, flash. Which meant when I was hanging out with my friends and we were outside in the middle of nowhere when we were trying to navigate around at night, we could use the flash on our phones. Now, this is actually the first cell phone that I ever dropped in the toilet. And I was so upset because I got it not even that long beforehand. Dropped it in the toilet and literally picked it up, after I had been... And yeah, Didn't work. I mean, cell phones were that delicate back then. Well, this is actually the replacement for that phone, so I must have gotten this a little wet too at some point. Right on. So this is the first phone. What is this? This is LG. It's amazing how I can kind of traverse through these after so long. It's still kind of like in muscle memory. And it was my first flip phone like that had its own keyboard. It was a lot better than typing on this one, because this one with the pseudo touchscreen like kind of works when it wants to. But this one, yeah, went back to actual tactile buttons with feedback and stuff like that. So that was cool. But also the camera works and it has a flash. All the videos that were on here are now on the computer because there is a micro SD right there. Yep, I mean, it's not in there right now, but it was. So some of the videos that are on here, lots of very interesting nights and a lot of good times. And so this one took me through the rest of college. If that one, the previous one, didn't, this one certainly did. But I do recall that this is also the second unit of this particular model. I may have thrown one against the wall. All right, finally, this is my LG something something. I didn't realize I had so many LG cell phones. That's interesting. So this was my first real touchscreen phone. And actually, if you look, the weather says Pembroke, which is Pembroke, North Carolina. That's actually the last time I used this phone, I guess, was in Pembroke. The last time it was updated, December 12th, 2015. So this is only less than 2 years ago that I was using this, which is crazy because it's so slow. And actually, okay, it's looking good right now, but the case is actually a two-part case. And it was the first phone that actually really got a case and used a case with, which is interesting. When I got this cell phone, I do believe I had just or was about to get my job at UNC Pembroke as the marketing videographer there. So if I were to go into emails, Basecamp, it's not even red. I didn't care. No, but look, okay, so Basecamp is like a team organization calendar tool thing, you know, for like creative teams and stuff. I wasn't really too much of a fan of it, but that's really interesting. Basecamp. There are some things you just kind of conveniently forget about. What? This shot in 1080? My latest cell phone before my iPhone didn't even shoot in 1080. What on earth? So this took me through a relationship. This took me through my first professional job at a university, like the first one where I had to dress up and had to be there 8 to 5 and work with people and act professional and responsible. All right, okay, so you guys know about this one. It's actually shown up quite a bit in my videos. This is the HTC 626 Desire, and I only remember that because I've quoted it many times in my videos. This is the one that had so much of an issue running the DJI Go app. And part of the reason why is because it's just slow. It was always slow, and now it's much, much slower. When I moved into this house, I put a big, I think it's a scratch. I don't really think it's a crack, but there's definitely a scratch here that was kind of obnoxious. Plus the Bluetooth stopped working, and I have Bluetooth earbuds for working out and running and stuff, and they weren't working, and I was like, this phone is starting to crap out on me. Let's move on. Yes, the iPhone 7 Plus, my favorite cell phone ever. And it even isn't that much bigger than my HTC 626 Desire. The big thing here is that there's a big case on this one, but it's actually thinner. However, this one's a lot heavier. Feels like there's more to it, and there is. As long as you're not watching a whole lot of videos and using the display the entire time, the iPhone 7 Plus will last a really long time on the battery. I mean, late at night, after having it unplugged for pretty much all day, it could still be in the high 80s, 80%. I mean, it's great. Now, I also enjoy flying the Mavic with this, which I could not fly the Mavic with this. Also, Air Map comes up really fast, and you can kind of see where you are. It's just a really, really great experience for trying to figure out where you can fly and what you can do or can't do with your drone. So since this has iOS 11, there are some tips and hints that I really enjoy, such as the force touch. You know, you press lightly and you select something. but you force touch it and you bring up other menus that weren't accessible in iOS 10. You can expand your brightness screen. You can expand your volume. You can expand even your flashlight, you know, control how bright it is. Plus, it shoots in 4K video, and it shoots high frame rates if you want to. I love the way it sounds on YouTube. This is a very loud speaker. I know it's not the iPhone 8 or 8 Plus, but honestly, there wasn't much of a difference. And when those were released, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus dropped in price, and that's when I snatched this up. What if you type something into text and you decide that you want to get rid of it all? Shake your phone. What? Undo. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that just happened. The built-in screen recorder on iOS 11 is also a really awesome thing right there in the bottom. Oh, yes. Well, that has taken me through all my cell phones in the last 10 years or more. I guess, counting the Nokia, probably 15 years. But think about 10 years from now. I don't think we'll even have phones. We'll probably have something implanted in our brains. Maybe a tooth phone? Who knows? Who knows? You don't have a tooth phone? Psh, get with the times. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I just thought it would be a fun topic. What's your favorite phone, or what's your first phone, or a combination of the two? Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and until next time, happy calling people.